Hello, you guys. Let me turn on the light real quick because it is a little dark in here. I woke up, you guys, in like a full on like I had gone for like a long jog or something. That's how I woke up, and I can't get back to sleep now. But yeah, it was like I had gone for like I don't know what I was doing in my sleep. I must have been really tossing and turning because it was like my breathing was heavy. And I had to get like I went downstairs and I got like this whole drink of water and everything. And I'm feeling less less out of breath. But I thought since I can't get back to sleep, we'd begin recording a new Sims Let's Play on my channel. I'm very excited for this one. It's gonna be called Blended, The Sims 4 Blended. And it's gonna star a few different families, all of which are kind of blended families with like step-siblings, half-siblings, kind of, you know, stepmom, stepdad type thing. I thought it would be really cool. And you're going to see some characters returning from the coffee days. Some of them may look older. If you haven't watched that LP on my channel, don't worry. I'll kind of explain who the characters are as we go. This is Paul. This is Paulo Roca and his fiance Jenny Roca. Now, Paul is Paulo's son with a woman called Adeline. That's his ex-wife. And Jenny is currently his current wife. And she is pregnant with their new baby. She's in like her second trimester. So she is waiting for that baby to cook. Not cook. To be boring. I'm hoping we're not cooking babies on the channel. No. To be boring. Now, if we look at Paul, he definitely comes from a blended family. So here's the thing. Marcus had his daughter Maggie while he was engaged to Adeline years and years ago. And he had Maggie with a woman named Rosemary, who would later become his second wife. Then he had Matthew, like, they were pregnant at the same time. Adeline was pregnant shortly after Rosemary, because he was, you know, being a cheetah. And then Adeline, she found out and left him. So then she had, so that's how Maggie and Matthew came about. Matthew's dad is Marcus, and Maggie's dad is Marcus. Maggie's mom was named Rosemary Harris, and, you know, Adeline was obviously Matthew's mom. So then, Marcus, gets with Rosemary, and he moves in with her, and they have, Margot later on, and they're dating, and, then Adeline gets with Paul and Paulo, and they have Paul, and then Rosemary passes away. Adeline and Paul split up, if that makes sense to you guys. Adeline and Paul divorced, and then she had Matilda with Marcus. So Adeline has had 3 babies. Marcus had two with another woman. Basically, they're a big blended family with 5 kids. You know, 2 of them being Marcus's with Rosemary, 2 being Marcus's with Adeline, and then Adeline's son with Paulo. So if you're catching my drift, they'll be returning characters, and of course, Matthew's parents is Charles and Susan, and we'll get to see more of Adeline's parents, Fletcher and Mary Ann Rowe. I'm very excited for this LP, and just to play with blended families, because it's going to be kind of rotational. Like I said, right now we're starting off with Paulo's LP. Now, it's been a while since the coffee days, because obviously Margot and Paul were like toddlers when we ended that series. So it's been a while. Now it's funny because Paulo had originally introduced Marcus and Adeline, and then when things went south, Paulo dated Adeline, and then they divorced, and then Paulo was actually dropping off some things to Adeline from the house. He was dropping off like some pictures, a birth certificate, some things she had forgotten, and Jenny happened to be there. Like, she was there, and they hit it off, and they started flirting. It wasn't until later I noticed she had kind of a little bit of a romantic interest at one point with Marcus, but they're not romantic anymore. Of course, Marcus is non-committal. Who hasn't Marcus had a relationship with? If you watch the Coffee Days, you'll notice there was 4 women and 2 baby mamas that he had. So, Marcus is a player. But yeah, and so basically, like, Marcus met Adeline through Paulo. Like, she was a friend of Pablo originally. And then Paulo met his wife, Jenny, through Marcus, but when he showed up to give Adeline stuff back. So I find that kind of ironic, I guess. But I like that. Now, she wears her glasses. She's kind of quirky. And Paul, I'm going to keep getting their 2 names confused. Paul is such a little, like, he's a geek and he's rambunctious. He loves being outside, full of energy. But he actually happens to, like, oh, Mayor Whiskers is an elder now. That makes me sad. He has, like, the friendly advice sentiment from his dad. I guess he asks for advice. But with, Jenny's sentiments about Paul are actually adoring, open-hearted. He's a warm welcome. Jenny feels close to a recent addition to the family, Paul, because, she adopted him as a care dependent. And, she feels like a warm welcome. Like, she feels like he's her own, And she's closer from happy memories. And I think that's awesome. I really, really do. Like, this is his first stepmom. Like, Matthew has had, Rosemary, and when she was married to Marcus, and then Adeline, his mom. It's interesting, the way the dynamics has changed. But this is Paul's first experience, really, with his dad, with another woman, and it's going good so far. Like, there's no tension so far. Everybody loves this cat. Everybody in the family. Like, Mayor Whiskers was Adeline's cat. He was a stray she picked up, and she loved that cat, like, so much. And she let Paulo keep it when she moved out. Like, he got the house. She moved in with Marcus when they divorced. So his son's room is up here. This actually used to be his older brother Matthew's room back when Adeline was dating, Paulo. Now it's our little boy's room here, which is so funny to me. It's just weird how, like, time has changed. So if you haven't watched the Coffee Days, like, you don't have to, but you should, or you could, and it would give you, like, a better understanding of the characters and the dynamic and things like that. There'll be a lot of new characters in families, though. I just am curious how, playing in a blended family in The Sims can go, whether, when it goes really good or really, really bad, either or. But I love Paul and Jenny's relationship so far. Like, it's kind of like the relationship that Rosemary had with Matthew, who was her bonus child. That's what we're gonna call them. So yeah, and now she's hoping he'll be here for like the birth of his sibling. He's gonna ask to feel the baby. Oh my goodness, he wants to feel his new brother or sister, which I think is super, super cute. He might want to practice. Oh, he can't. Because we have to pay our bills. Where are my bills? Let's go pay our bills. 3,000 in bills. It's a good thing we have 80,000. That is a lot of money too. Practice typing. I think that's what he should do. He should practice typing a little, you know. Meanwhile, Pablo is gonna try to fix this dang coffee maker. Because, you know, as a tribute to the Coffee Days LP, every house in this series, since it's kind of like a follow-up to that, has to have a coffee pot. He's just gonna replace it. He's had enough. He's going to work. He's like, I can't fix it. If you can't fix it, just walk away from it. I think he was getting angry. Now, I do think, it says, hello there, Jenny. I thought some more about what you said and concluded that Camille Soto and I probably won't get along. Well, that's nice. I'm glad you value my opinion so much, Miss Eva. But they're off to school. I hate waiting for them to get out of school. I really, really do. Now, she is going to need to drop Paul off at his mother's. I want to get the mod that lets people go, like, visit. Sims go visiting, and I might at some point, especially now that, like, the Courage Forge Overwolf Sims thing is up. I plan on doing a video about that, so you should be seeing that soon. I also want to do some more comic book, some comic corner videos and some things like that, so you'll see those as well. You'll see some doll unboxings. I got some waiting to unbox. I got like some right over there. So you guys will see that soon as well. He is so tired. But he really does have to, he really does have to, oh, let's get him inside. Let's not freeze to death. Yeah, that is not the move, Paul. If we do not return you alive to your mother, Adeline would be furious. So already I feel like Jenny's probably going to feel like this is a parenting fail. She's got like a tired kid, like, she's like, this is her first baby that she's pregnant with, so like having Paul like napping on the couch, like nearly freezing to death, that's a little nerve-wracking for her, because like this is her first time being responsible for any child. So anyways, we're gonna send Paul, not Jenny, back with his mom and his stepdad and his half-siblings and step-siblings, because these two would be his stepsisters, those would be his half-siblings. For him, they're all his half-siblings, because, you know, they're all Adeline and Marcus's. Same for the girl. The only ones that are, like, because, like, the only ones that would be... Well, he's Paul's kid and Adeline, so he would be... This is Adeline's baby. That's Adeline's baby. So these would be his half-siblings, and his step-sibling would be Margot and Maggie. They're definitely a complicated blended family because... Like I said, Marcus, you know, he bounced between women's and some women's at the same time. So, but she's dropping Paul off. She's like, you know, Paul needs to go to his family now. Be checking out the Flex family. Because most of them are named, some of them are named Flex, some are named Harris. One's named Rocco. But basically, they're the flex bunch. That's what Marcus likes to call his kiddos. And he calls his kiddos the flex bunch, kind of like the Brady bunch, you know. There are a whole bunch of them. We're going to bring Paul here. We're actually going to feed this baby very, very quickly. Like, that is the first thing. Like, she wants to give her son a hug, but, like, there are so many children here that are so unhappy. She's angry about her new sibling because she's not the youngest anymore. I understand how you feel, Margot. I really, really do. This house is so chaotic. Like, if they have another child, like, so help us. She does want to become friends with Adeline, who is her new stepmommy. Marcus and Adeline are finally married after their, like, rocky relationship and rocky ups and downs. Yeah, Marcus has had a lot of relationships, but he's always been constant with either Rosemary, who passed away, or Adeline. Like, those two women were his soulmates. And he is so happy to have Adeline as his wife. And honestly, now that Rosemary is gone, she treats Margot and Maggie like they're her own, pretty much. They don't have a mom now. So, Adeline is their mom, and, like, as far as she's concerned, those are Marcus's babies. Those are her babies. Oh, Mama's swooping in. Mama's like, I ain't listening to my baby cry, and ain't nobody doing that. She's feeling protective. Oh, I love these little sentiments they have towards each other. She's gonna rock the baby. She can dislike video gaming. If that is not your thing, honey, that is all right. She's getting her responsibility up. He's eating chips. This house is crazy. You can see they're all jamming out to, like, the radio at, like, 10 p.m. Craziness. Please maybe turn off the radio. They're dancing in here. She's like, I don't got a care in the world. Because, mind you, Adeline and Marcus met, you know, through Pablo. But they both love the club life. They both love going to nightclubs and dancing and getting their groove on. Now we have every child sleeping, which is so weird. Oh my goodness. She is definitely going to give the residence key. She's going to run out there and, like, she is going to spot Rosemary. Oh, I was hoping she would spot Rosemary. Oh, she will. She's going to, funny. She's gonna joke about fashion, maybe. Like, hey, do I look better? Like, you look good. Funny, inside joke. I don't know why they have a full-blown romantic relationship. I really don't. But I think they need to maybe just be friends, because one's a ghost, one's human. I mean, she started getting really close to Rosemary around the time she started to get with Marcus. So maybe Adeline had a secret conniving plan to split the two up before Rosemary woohooed to death. Who really knows, you know? Ain't my place to question. So this baby is really, really crying. You need to get out of here. Like, Adeline would be so infuriated by just kids everywhere's like, you child need to figure out your business, which is not near baby Matilda. They call her Tilly for short. They love baby Tilly. They like bouncing baby Tilly. Okay, now all the kids should be, oh, it's Tuesday? Yeah, you should all be hustling to school soon. So she is gonna try to get them breakfast. She's gonna try to serve it before they, I'm gonna give her a little bit of energy. She's gonna try to serve it, before, oh, I've been trying to do homework for school, but the last few assignments have been really hard. Maybe I'm not smart enough to do it. What do you think? Spend more time. Practice makes perfect. Like, I wasn't always great at school assignments either, and I just kept at it. And all the kids left without being fed breakfast, and the baby is still crying. This is chaos, because they are a big blended family. But they love each of their babies, like, so much. And Marcus is up here sleeping. You go, Marcus. You go. He probably wants to go to the gym right now. That's probably what he wants to do, but alas, baby Matilda is downstairs and requires... Oh, he can repair the sink. That's what you should do, Marcus. Be man of the year. Yeah, repair that sink. I love that. I got a screenshot of him just repairing the... Oh, some other kid threatened Maggie and took her lunch money. She has been crying in the office. Okay, so Marcus would be so mad at this. Like, that is his firstborn. That is his firstborn. That is his baby girl. Like, he would be like, find the kid or I will. Like, you're gonna see what happens when I go down to that school. Find the kid or I will. He's also gonna say that about Paul because that is his stepson. But especially Maggie, like, Maggie just won his heart, and, for a while, he denied that Matthew was his when he was, like, with Rosemary. Now he fully has come to a place, he knows Matthew is his, like, he can't deny that child, like, that child acts so much like him, and he has spent so much time raising him that, like, he knows that's his child, which is cool. I love just seeing, though, like, how each of the kids looks, because they've got slightly different genetics, some of them, so that's, I don't know, it's just cool to see. But Marcus, I feel like he feels like he needs more to do. You watch, there'll be another baby in this family. I don't know whose baby, but, like, there's one more slot left, so, like, yikes. They'll be shuffling kids in and out of the household. But I like that all the kids live with them and then go and visit their other parents. I think that's nice. Margot is so sad at not being the youngest. Like, she really wants to be the youngest, yo. She is like, I am just not having this. And I wouldn't be having it either, like, know your place. That new baby needs to know its place, because Margot is Queen Bee, like, she is full of personality. We're gonna go back into the original household, but I hope you guys have enjoyed this and enjoyed these Sims and the story and the theme of this LP. I just think it's gonna be so interesting seeing the family dynamics and blended Sims family, and some rotational gameplay will be fun, and whatnot. And I might introduce more families, as long as it's not, like, too much for you guys. But yeah, I'm glad to see the Coffee Days characters return quickly. I was very inspired. If you're a returning subscriber, yay you! If you are a new subscriber, oh, welcome to the channel. Come on in. We do a lot of fun stuff here, and it ain't just gaming. It's a variety channel, so stick around and have some fun with some of the other content we do and watch what you like. And if today's your birthday, happy birthday. Bye, guys.